Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 21 minutes past 8 on Monday night. Are you all ready? You were practicing the weekend, weren't you? You're good passengers. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. What about those Chiefs? Mahomes on one leg. No one to throw it to. The 3 or 4 of them injured. Kelsey coming off his sick bed. Got the job done. Bit lucky, I must say. I thought after that turnover with Mahomes when he fumbled it, when he was going to pass it, I thought that was it. And they may thank the fella that gave the 15 yards at the end that brought them up into field goal range. Otherwise they'd be outside it. It had gone into overtime, and I think the Bengals they were more threatening in the second half. They were more likely to get a touchdown. The Chiefs found it difficult to move the ball up the field, and the Eagles look good. They look strong. They're gone favourites now. They're 4-6, and Chiefs are 11-10. It was the other way around. But I won a few pound. I had 11-2 about the Chiefs beating the Bengals, and I had them to back the AFC Championship. I had them to beat the 49ers in the final, so that's a dead bet. 49ers quarterback, the rookie, got injured. It's so important to be playing at home and with a healthy unit, I'll tell you. The Chiefs were lucky to escape. But it's a great win. A late night, it's nearly 3:30 going to bed. And then the bus wouldn't start this morning. First time ever. Something wrong with an injector. And it never happened. I was told today that it's a common occurrence, but it never happened to any of the buses in the fleet before. So anyway, we're up this morning, but we didn't do anything. But we had the evening shift in a different bus in a different place. Anyway, we had a couple of winners today and a couple of losers. Gallop de Chasse. I knew the heavy ground took its toll the last couple of times on him. So the change of ground back to better ground today. A step up and trip would be no harm. Let him go up another quarter of a mile or even a half a mile. I think he returned about 7-2, but he opened up 11-2 last night. And we had there was one very disappointing. I can't even remember. My mind is blank. There was one of the skeletons. I thought it might be. It was a bit iffy, but it didn't. It's not as well handicapped as I thought. Although it wasn't really trying that hard. And what was the other ones? I can't remember. The boys in blue that opened up 4-1 yesterday evening, 3-1 last night. Big gamble on it. I hope all the bus passengers were on, and they cheered at home. Spencer, I hope he was watching and showing how to. Doyle showed him how to do it. I didn't answer any of the comments today, so we'll have a quick look at them. It's Monday night. Let's see. Super Wilf, 3 minutes ago. Tabaretta, boom. So he was on that. Super Wilf is on a regular. Clive Wakeham, great finish to the day's tipping. You're the man. Frank O'Neill, the boys in blue at 8. He's a Lillywhite from Calry. I met him in Fairy House. Martin Tate, nice winner today at 7-2. I do well on the US golf. Would love to put up my nap of the week and next best on your page to beat the bookmaker. Absolutely, if you want to. And if people do it, if they take the choice to do so. I do, Martin, yes. Stephen Peter, weatherman, giving it. John Collin. I think when they immigrated to Scotland years ago, they lost the S on the way over on the boat. They're Collin now. They used to be Collins. I think he told me that before. Gavin Ingram, great pick. The Critic, he was on Gallop de Chasse. Dan Yates doubled him up with Hermano Ava, good man. Neil Haas was on Gallop the Chap. The Critic was on it. Sid Meal from Chris Donnelly, don't know how it done. Philip Wright, buses up and running, boom. Tom Leach, Sundial was very smart. Oh yes, Sundial, yeah. Went to the right race the last time, Lossymouth's race, and the horse that was way behind him the last day. Shows you the importance of having the handbrake on and off. That was Cromwell's joke. Gary Middleton, I couldn't tip a wheelbarrow. Well, I hope you can tip it if it's full of money. Tip it over, out onto the path. Robert Carter, he was feeling rough, was it, he said? Where is he? Robert Carter feeling rough, he was on the piss yesterday. Brian Griffin, keep an eye on Harry Derham's horse today. Didn't see how it went, I was busy. The Critic, he was in a pub all day, so that's the place to be on a Sunday. Breeda King, Breeda's a regular contributor. Chris Donnelly, not many are Spencer's fans. Yeah, he wouldn't have rode that like Doyle did. Liam Hines, Liam is over in Mayo. There's our John Collin again. Martin Barr. Tony Best. Yeah, he's given out about Spencer as well. Aidan Dalton, Doyle is a fair better jockey. Yes, if Tabaret was held up, it should win. Aidan Dalton, you were spot on. Sorka, pocket money for the weekend. She must be going to the Dublin Racing Festival. She has her hair getting done on Friday in Dublin. Gavin Ingram, Tom Leach on Princess Zoe. Yeah, to the dead heat today. Is going for the Mayor's Novice Hurl. I think it's a 10-1 shot, or maybe 12-1. Jerry Scott, badly judged rides are never a dull moment. Absolutely. We're only a nose away. I watched it again last night. I thought Brazil had won it. Danny Joyce, all the best, good man. Danny, Paul McNiff, Mike Connolly Music, the shrewd operator. I don't know what Paul Grennan, he's an Offaly. Graham B. I thought he was on Vodka, he was on Volkova. Anthony Nealon, he was let down, near Rockland down for a fourfold. Tango Foxtrot, he'd be a great man doing a jig and a reel. Hit the crossbar. Is that a Rossi's chant? Yeah, we can sing it. Whoa, we're doing great yesterday. We could be singing it in the stand. Dermot O'Brien, he's from Limerick. Met him in the pub for a few pints. Kev Johnson, thank you for that. Kev Johnson, he was on the Bengals. I don't see any comments mentioning the Chiefs. You were giving out to me the other day. We're not giving out, but you were telling me off that the Chiefs weren't going to win. Stay up, he put on a Trixie. He had Master Mickey D in it. Head up, Mike. Never a dull moment. Fuck me how true. Exactly, yeah. John White, there was something up. Is there something up at Elliot's horses? Not running to pinch it. He was running the not great ones there in January. The big ones will be out next weekend. Tony Murray. Yes, it was deliberate. He came right across him. He looked over, I thought, and he seen it. He closed the door and he seen he was coming. I think the other one would have won. The one that got it in the steward's room would have won it. It was dangerous, I thought, what he did. Of course, people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Kevin Bettridge, Ramillies as well, Robert Deegan. He was trying to go through. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't get a chance to answer them back, so I said I'd do that tomorrow in the Limerick. Carbon King let us down the last day. Bad ride from the jockey. He should be up to winning that tomorrow with the step up and trip to 2-5 to suit. But he won a race only 3 days ago, but 'twas a race, a maiden hurl that for a horse that never had been placed before. So I know he done it from the front all right, but it should set it up for Carbon King in Limerick. There's another one in Limerick in the 12:25. It's a claim and hurl. But Dennis Hogan there has 2 in it. Now he has Balderillo, but it's a 10-year-old. But I thought Aide de Camp first time cheek pieces. This ran very well. I was in Limerick the day, and it was gambled on from 20s into about 6s. And it was behind Tom Jack William. And it ran on fairly well. It's only beaten, 4 lengths. But it's a claiming race tomorrow. It's only 5. It's raced 102. Now, I know this horse is rated better, but he's only a lightly raced horse. And I thought he was opened up at 9-2 earlier, and he was into 3-1, but he's still 9-2 with the green bouquet. It's a dodgy one, but it could be worth a pint win. And that's 2 in Limerick. And in Fosslas, there's one here that the Stig mentioned before. I was looking at... keep an eye on this lad now. He's in the back. Have we time to... We're not. No. We'll look at that again. Have a look at that race. But Roger Rarebit is something that never finds anything off the bridle. If you want to look at his videos, the video of his runs, he finds nothing. He's another Archibald. But Walk in the Woods was 6-1 early, so there is a bit of money for him. So he might be an each way bet in that race. In the 235 at Castle Rushen. This I got a bit of 7-2 about this and 3-1 earlier. I thought the last day when this fella passed the line, he was second to 300 through 3 in a listed hurl race. He fell first time in a handicap chase, and this was his second handicap chase. He's in the Trevor Hemmings colours out the back, about 5th.
Likewise, and Slainlock pulling up at the back of the field. And it's Sir William Wallace who's now moving through to take it up under Ryan Mania from the King of May and O'Toole. O'Toole now being worked on, due by days away to the left in a red-coloured jacket, all the while making ground, and a little break back to Castle Rushen, and the others well cooked, heading down towards the third from home. Sir William Wallace now taken on for the lead by the King of May and O'Toole, who've been closer to the pace than him throughout. They're the first two over the third from home. Due by days is now taken third from Sir William Wallace, and a break back to Castle Rushen. They head down towards the second last. This side O'Toole moves on with a good jump there from the King of May. Due by days is back in third, and then Castle Rushen up into fourth as they head towards the final fence. Darryl Jacob and O'Toole have moved away by 4 lengths to the King of May in second. O'Toole's at the last and jumped it well. In second place, a tired 4 there from the King of May. Running on down the outside is Castle Rushen to take second spot from Due by Days. Up towards the line they come. It's going to be O'Toole, who's been off the track for a long time, but is back with a win.
O'Toole is a decent tool. French Paradox fell when he was going easy the last time. He was 1 to 500, I think, in running. He fell at the last in Fosslas. That'd be over course and distance. But that'd be a reverse forecast if anyone wanted to do them. It's between the two of them, I thought. But I thought Castle Rushen was the one. So there's two. I'll write them up. Monday night, I'll sing a verse of a song. Oh, I am a Westmeath bachelor and me age is 63. I don't intend to marry or to raise a family. I'm happy and contented just to live a single life. And that's the reason why I don't intend to take a wife with the red stuff on her fingernails and the varnish on her toes, the rattle on her old fizzog and the whitewash on her nose. She can get a fancy barber to shave her neck and head. Sure, that's why I'm a bachelor and I don't intend to wed. Last Thursday in the market in the town of Mullingar, a friend he introduced me to a famous movie star. She was married several times before to men of every creed, and she thought she'd never find a sucker from Westmeath with me red stuff on me fingernails and me varnish on her toes, the rattle on her old fizzog and the whitewash on her nose. She can get a fancy barber to shave her neck or head, and that's why I'm a bachelor and I don't intend to wed. Bash the bookies, over and out.